So once again, this is my vaporized comp. Main problem with it is, first off, Xiangling's attack right now is pitifully low. Second off, it takes a lot of setup. I wish she had more energy recharge. She doesn't, because I decided to favor crit rate and crit damage over energy recharge, which means two-phase bosses like this are a bit tough. My artifact luck has been really bad, so I'm still using this fire damage goblet because I don't have anything better. This build can get so much better. As you can see, I've got a few artifacts that aren't maxed. I've got a 4-star pyro damage. I do have an R2 Dragon's Reign, which is really nice. I only have C4, and my talents are this. So this build can get way stronger, but she's already hitting so much damage. With Zincho, we just build a bunch of elemental mastery, give him a bit of attack. He has pretty bad crit rate, honestly. Remember, this is bolstered by an Adeptus Temptation. Then we've got good energy recharge. Energy recharge is what I focused on mostly. Then we've got this Hydra damage bonus. Once again, I have an artifact that isn't maxed right now. I have 2 artifacts that aren't maxed right now, so that can get way better. I've only got C2. Let's see, I think it was... Okay, yeah, C2 is the one that really improves this team, but all of his constellations help. Talents are not very leveled because he is not very leveled. We've got my Bennett, who's on Festering Desire here. We've got artifacts, 4-piece Noblesse Oblige. I got really lucky with this. He has so much attack. His talents are pretty well leveled. I only have C2. That's all you really need. My Mona here has the Wittisith. We've got not a whole lot of elemental mastery. We have a good amount of attack. We have C1. We have some... her talents aren't very high. Her ult is good. We've got really high Hydra damage bonus though. The main thing about my Mona is she has a ton of energy recharge. She gets her ult back really fast. Which means I get so much damage bonus. I have a good amount of crit damage, but that's just side effect of my artifacts. My crit rate is too low to actually abuse it. So that's how this team is built. The main problem is it takes a good amount of setup, because Xiangling's energy recharge is really bad. If you can get better energy recharge on Xiangling, so like let's see, I could use this instead, but then I would lose so much crit rate, and I would lose some crit damage too. And I really don't think that that's worth it. So I'm going to be leveling this up, see how it goes. Her timepiece right now is really, really bad. So as soon as I can replace this, it's just so much better. Her hat is pretty good actually. And then we've got this flower, which has rolled very, very well so far. But she can only go up from here. We've got Zincho. He's got his flowers okay. It's got some nice crit rate. We've got ourselves this really good feather. He's got an elemental mastery timepiece. It's just the best elemental mastery timepiece I have. Because he doesn't need it for either of the sets. We've got this really nice Hydra damage cup. We've got another elemental mastery piece here, his mask. Because this is a vaporized comp, I want as much elemental mastery as I can get. We've got Bennett here. He doesn't actually serve as vaporized, he just serves to bolster her Xiangling's attack, because her attack is really low, as I mentioned. So, with his ult giving 90% plus an additional 20%, it gives 100... Actually, no, I think that's 70%. I think it's just 90% of his attack. Either that, or it's... I'm not quite sure how his C1 really works with that, but it's really good, and he gives around like 1,200 extra attack when they're in the circle. Then Mona, her purpose is both, if Zincho's ever somehow on cooldown, like if Saxord doesn't trigger, the ult and this will help give vaporize, but mostly we're in here for the damage bonus on this ult. 54% damage bonus, that's really big. I have tried using Xiangling instead of Mona, and it's fine. It works pretty well. basically, you want to get a bunch more energy recharge than I have. Probably around 160 would do the trick. He wants 180 to 200. Get as much energy recharge on him as you can. And she needs a ton of energy recharge because she just bolsters her hydro damage with that. Generally you would want a ton of elemental mastery on Mona. Me, I just haven't gotten lucky enough. Her talents, you just level her ult. Like, you can level this too, but mostly leveling her ult, that's the important one. With Bennett, it's just his ult that needs leveled, that's it. This is nice to level though because it's fast and it'll give you a bit of extra damage, and it's what you use to get the particles. This you just leveled the ult, and this just about evenly, but if you have to make a decision, go for the ult. Then for this you just level your ult as much as you can, you level Goba a good bit, and then this only really works if you have Dragon's Bane. Like, it'll work just fine without Dragon's Bane, but Dragon's Bane just takes it the extra mile. I don't think that any of these are really necessary. Like, this one's extremely nice, but it's not necessary. Don't use Bennett if you don't have C1. Just don't. It's just silly. Instead of Bennett, I would use Sucrose maybe, or if you have Xiangling, use Xiangling instead of Bennett if you don't have Bennett at C1. He'll also help with how squishy the rest of the team is. Let's see. Fischl would work fine because overload doesn't hurt that much. Baidu is really good here, but I don't know that I would replace Bennett. I would probably replace Mona with Baidu just because Mona's damage bonus is significant, but it's not that big. My Baidu just isn't built well. I'd say that's about it for this. The video's about 10 minutes long. I think I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. I'm going to keep testing a bunch of team comps, test this comp on a few other things. This comp is so insanely fun. Give it a try. I have a video, I'm probably going to link that at the end, that I used this team to clear the level 90 cryo domain in like 45 seconds. That was a long time ago. My Xiangling is better, my Xingqiu is better, my Mona is better, my Bennett's just about the same, maybe a little bit better. So, check that out. No one really replaces Xiangling for this team comp except Hu Tao. Hu Tao can do even better than Xiangling. Other than that, I'd say that's a wrap. Oh, one more. Kaya doesn't work very well for this because his range on his ult just isn't enough. It's just like, his ult just doesn't have enough range. But you could probably make it work. Anyways, laters.